Yesterday, the Indianapolis Colts got a little bit busy in free agency. They signed slot receiver Isaiah McKenzie, formerly of the Buffalo Bills. We had a chance to catch up to him today through a Zoom call organized by the Colts. Got a chance to kind of figure out who Isaiah McKenzie is. He likes to bring juice to a locker room, to a city, and to the football field, and he doesn't care who's throwing him the football as long as he catches it.
Isaiah, welcome to Indy.
Appreciate it.
Over the course of your 7 years and how teams have used you, and I guess they've tapped into everything that you do, what do you see your role is here, or has it even been defined or discussed much yet?
Nothing has been talked about yet or discussed. Just coming in and doing what I got to do to, help the team win, get a role on this team, whatever that may be. And like I said, just come in, do my job, and help the team win the best way I can.
For anyone who's not seen you play, what do you bring?
Speed, competitiveness, can run with the football, catch the football, get open, separation. Anything needs to be done, I think I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Probably maybe even 50-50 ball. You never know. But I would say speed, competitiveness, toughness. You know what I'm saying? I'm always available. Always, I bring a lot of energy, a lot of juice. And I feel like that's a start.
Thank you.
James Boyd.
Isaiah, when you were weighing your options, what put Indy over the top, number one? And then number two, how do you think you've grown throughout your career, having taken another step forward last season?
To answer your first question, what brought me here was, just talking to a couple guys, talking to a lot of guys, talking to my agent, and talking to guys that I'm familiar with on this team. It seemed like a great place.
Who are some of those guys, if you don't mind sharing?
Kenny Moore, Zach Moss, Tony Brown, those guys that, that have been here for a while, and guys that have been here for a little bit, like Zach Moss, just talking it up, and it's something new. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for me to come over here with this receiver core, this young receiver core, and help them out the best way I can, and learn from Reggie Wayne as well as a receivers coach, and just bring the different element to to the game over here and to the scheme that we looking for in our new offense. And for your second question, I feel like I've grown, from a returner to a slot receiver. And I feel like my game is just getting better each and every year, and I'm learning more and more each and every year, like I said. And I feel like I want to keep growing, and I feel like this is a place where I can come, grow, develop, and also help develop other guys around me.
Joel Erickson.
Isaiah, was it tough to see your time in Buffalo come to an end? You've been such a big part of what they've done over the last 4 or 5 years.
It was sad. It was a sad moment. I had a sad moment because I had a great time there, great organization, great fan base, and everything about the place was amazing. But it came to an end, and I understand everything. All good things don't last long. You try to make the best of it while the goods gets going. And I feel like for me, it was my time was up, and that was totally fine with me. And now I get to start with a new organization, make new friends, make new family, and bring my game to a good organization, an organization that's ready to take it to the next level.
Did they let you know ahead of time, like back in when the season ended, that this might be a possibility, or did it kind of come up more?
No, I learned on the fly, just like I learned on the fly as time went on in the off season. I found out, and that was that. So. But no hard feelings.
All right, Mike Chappell.
Isaiah, it seems like everyone wants to pigeonhole guys. Are you a slot receiver, or are you a receiver?
Say that again?
People want to pigeonhole players. Are you a slot receiver, or are you a receiver?
I feel like I'm versatile, so I would say I'm a receiver. But at my height and what I can do in the slot, and I can get more out of the slot position than I can outside. I'm pretty sure bigger guys are outside, but I don't mind playing outside as well. But I would say I'm all around receiver. But I play in the slot, and if I'm playing in the slot on the outside, I'm just make it happen regardless.
All right, I'm gonna go one more here, James Boyd.
Isaiah, obviously you leave a franchise that has a franchise quarterback, and then you join this franchise which doesn't really have that quarterback position defined yet. So How did that weigh into your decision, and was that a factor at all as a wide receiver?
I wouldn't say it's a factor at all. I think of it this way. I think of it, I got to get open. I got to catch the football, no matter who's throwing me the football, no matter, the circumstances, right? So me as a receiver, my job is to get open, catch the football, and that's all I worry about. And then whoever's throwing me the ball, they throw me the ball. I catch it for them. I make them look good, or they make me look good, regardless of the fact. But that's my take on it. I get open, catch the football, no matter who's throwing it. I'm open and catching it. Doesn't matter who's throwing the football.
All right, we actually got one more. Joel Erickson.
Isaiah, in Buffalo, you were kind of a fan favorite, somebody that everybody knew. Do you think that one of your strengths is just what you can do in this locker room and just kind of getting to know people right away before camps even started, football's even going?
Yes. Yes. That's one of the things I got. I feel like I got the energy, the vibe, the charisma, the personality to fit in anywhere and adapt to my environment, but also not just adapt, but change the environment and change the way guys think and guys feel in a positive way. And I feel like I've done a lot of that in Buffalo, coming into the locker room and just helping out mentally. For the mental aspect, whether it's off the field, on the field, I feel like I'm one of those guys you can come to and talk to and get help from. And, like I said, like you said, fan favorite over there. And I feel like I can come here and be a fan favorite here, be a locker room guy, not only on the field, but off the field.
How important is it to have that presence in the locker room where you can, help people get to the next level?
I feel like it's very important. Because, some guys come in with, the word potential, and, some guys never reach their full potential because maybe they're upset, about, what their role is, or they're sad or something's going on off the field or whatnot. And that happens, and I feel like when a guy has potential, you can see it, but you're like, why is he not excelling? And why is he not reaching that potential? Maybe it's something, in between the ears. And I feel like when you come in the locker room, you want to come to work. You want to feel like the guys want you there, you belong there, and they're doing everything they can to help you mentally so you can go out there out on the field to perform physically. And I feel like that's where it kind of happened to me. I got drafted by Denver in 2017, and left there, came to Buffalo, and I've been there for the past 5 years. And I feel like when I got into the locker room, I changed my mental space, and I also helped guys in their mental space, when it came to the locker room presence. And then on the field, you can see it. The guys that came in for the past 5 years or the past years, I was the longest tenure there. So I feel like I helped a lot of guys mentally in the locker room, so physically they can go out there and play their best football.
All right, and one final one, Mike Chappell.
Isaiah, you talk about reaching potential and all that. I'm sure your game still has room to grow. Have you had interaction yet with Reggie Wayne, and what might someone like him, how might they impact your career?
Not yet. I'm pretty jacked up to meet him, but I feel like he's done great things in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Hall of Fame wide receiver. He's a coach, and I feel like he can teach me a lot. I'm on the smaller side, but I feel like he can teach me a lot. And I'm ready. I'm ready for him to coach me up. I'm ready for him to learn from him, and just pick his brain and give him my best efforts.
That's Isaiah McKenzie. What a likable guy. And that seems to be a criteria that the Colts use. Very important to Chris Ballard that somebody comes in who's going to be part of that Colts culture. And it seems like Isaiah McKenzie fits it very, very nicely. Kind of interesting. Nyheim Hines goes to the Bills. McKenzie comes to the Colts. And they seem to be very, very similar in a lot of ways, in stature, in abilities, in quickness, and in enthusiasm.